gallery-exclusive, custom-ordered flex steel furniture.
Choose from hundreds of colors and fabrics.
Sofas, sectionals, recliners, all come with Flex Steel's superior blue steel highest quality spring construction.
Nobody has more styles and choices.
Naturewood, you know, the building with the water wheel.
Tell them Brooklyn and Nova sent you.
So a friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life. I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub. It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, doors and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, greatest invention ever."
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
It doesn't matter your legal status, you still have rights. Remember, it's the insurance company's job to say no. It's B&D Law Group's job to get them to say yes. Car, motorcycle, truck accident experts, dog bite specialists, slip and fall teams of lawyers. Expert lawyers are standing by to take your call. Call them right now at 916-545-7772 and discuss your case. It's always free to call, 916-545-7772. Get the compensation you deserve and pay nothing unless they win. Call them right now, 916-545-7772.
Así es que come and enjoy endless helpings and meats, sides and salads. Reserve today at elpuntodowntown.com. La segunda persona paga la mitad de precio. Make your reservations at 916-942-9227. That is 916-942-9227. El Punto Steakhouse at 1000 K Street in the heart of Sacramento.
Because most of those ads are loud. But here's something you haven't heard of. Wawanesa, they offer great rates for good drivers. And J.D. Power ranked them #1 in customer satisfaction among auto insurers in California. 2 years in a row? Wawanesa, the best consumer auto insurance. Call 877-WAWANESA or visit wawanesa.com for a free quote. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Let's get ready to rumble! Welcome to the show. My name is Charlton with Big C. This is Charlton and Big C Sports coming to you worldwide on the Big C Sports Network, on the #1 network in the United States of America. And Big C Sports has been voted the #1 sports show in the universe by a lot of good old boys. Then listen, it's all fair and level where I want to say today's show is sponsored by your Northern California Cadillac dealers, home of the all-new Cadillac Escalade, the standard of the world. And when you go by and test drive yours, tell them Charlton and Big C sent you, as well as a fleet of Cadillac cars. Also, a Big C Sports podcast is powered by all of 17 podcast platforms all over the universe. 17. I'm going to see if I can count to 17. When you want to follow Big C Sports podcast, just say Google. #1, Alexa. #2, #3 is Spotify. #4 is Spreaker. #5, Apple Podcast. #6, iHeartRadio Podcast. #7, Castbox Podcast. #8, Deezer Podcast. #9, Podcast Addict. I'm kind of out of breath. That's all for a level war. But keep counting. I'm still coming around that mountain when you come. #10, Podcast Chaser. #11, Geo Saban Podcast out of England. #12, Podtail Podcast. You ever eat the oxtail? I don't like oxtail, but some people do. Number 13, Podcast Addict. You ever been an addict? I'm an addict for a lot of things. Some things I can't mention on the podcast. All fair, love, and war. At the same time, Hub Hopper Podcast. You can follow Big C Sports. Number 15, Stitcher Podcast. You ever stitch something? Sometimes I stitch my socks when my toenails are too long and cut a hole through them. You don't act like I'm the only one that does that. Number 16, Radio Online Podcast. Number 17, Luminary Podcast. All fair, love, and war. Just say Big C Sports Podcast. You will hear all of our national sponsors. You will hear welcome to the show. You'll hear, why does that man talk so fast? It's all fair and love and war. At the same time, you can find us on 17 podcast platforms. And then 4 TV. Yes, Big C Sports Podcast is on TV. Just go to Xfinity, Comcast TV, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and a lot of smart TVs all over the universe. But you better have a smart TV. You'll be sitting there looking at a still picture. Man, I love paying homage to my family legacy. A lot of people go to Ancestry.com. I just go to Big C Sports and find out about my family legacy on my mother's side. My beautiful great-grandmother called her Mama, kept the family strong. My great-grandfather, Pop, former Negro League baseball player. He was the first one in the family to hit deep. Right field, back to the wall, home run. Say hello to my little friend. That's my grandpa, my great-grandpa. I call him Pop. Also, my grandmother, Mud Deer, very gifted. She can see things before they happen. Oftentimes we listen. Sometimes we did. It's all fair, love, and war. Really appreciate that. The standing ovation for my family. And then my beautiful mother, Bernice, always saying rise and shine. On my father's side, Albert Curry, a pastor, also earned 2 service stations in Oakland. And yes, we had to pay for our own gas. He did not believe in giving the hookup unless you put your wallet up first. All fair level, but a great man. And then my grandmother, Albert Curry, she said, boy, when I was 8 years old in Oakland, she touched me on my forehead and said, boy, go outside and play. You talk too loud. So she said, there's something about your voice I love hearing you speak. Really appreciate that. And my great father, Edward Curry, who's an airline pilot in the Air Force and a chief mechanic working on fighter planes. All fair and level. I channel all of them with my brother Todd. As I say, let's get ready to rumble! I love picking up Big C Sports Podcast. Espy nominated Big C Sports Podcast, the best sports show in the universe. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. According to Disney Corporation, really appreciate that. I use no scripts. Some people say, yeah, Charles, that's painfully obvious. At the same time, no teleprompter. You can watch a lot of people doing teleprompter work on TV. How do you know? Because when the teleprompter breaks, they say, oh, what do you want me to say next? And nothing wrong with that. No producer in my ear. Yes, that is painfully obvious. Sometimes painfully obvious. At the same time, I pay homage to all of my shows. My son Malcolm sends me stats, as he always sends me stats for Big C Sports Podcast. You got a job, son. Keep sending me those stats. I always pay homage to you, Malcolm, sending me information for the Big C Sports Podcast, heard all over the universe. Also, my daughter Daisy, at times, she helped me set up sporting events. Really appreciate that. Also, has helped me arrange some interviews when I was at the radio station. And at times, Big C in the past, all fair and love more. Why Big C Sports Podcast? It's Espy nominated. You do it. You try it. Number 1, I produce. Number 2, I direct the topics. Number 3, I broadcast the shows. Number 4, I do all the sound effects. Number 5, I do all the commercials. Guess who's coming to dinner? Yeah, I should do a show like that. In fact, I should be in a movie. Zariah Matthews cast Big C in the movie, said, guess who's coming to dinner? What's all these exotic meats? You don't want me bringing my own food. Number 6, I do all the stats providing. I do the storytelling. I do all this stuff. I make sure my team always wins. My team always wins. Number 7, again, storytelling. Number 8, I do the play-by-play. Touchdown! Home run! 3-point play! Oh, man, Willie! He's going all the way! Only your older Oakland Raider fans can remember that call by the great Bill King in the Super Bowl where the Raiders beat the Minnesota Vikings, all fair and love and war. Isn't it amazing? The Vikings are still in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Raiders are now in Las Vegas. The vagabond team in the NFL, all fair and love and war. From L.A., actually from Oakland to L.A., back to Oakland, now to Las Vegas. And then I upload to 17 podcast platforms all over the universe. Really appreciate that. And number 10, I never missed a show. Since creating Big C Sports, September 12, 2015, I've never missed a show. That deserves an applause. Some people miss work already this week. I know that. There's a lot of them just do all fair and level work. But the only sports show in the universe that pays homage to God. In Genesis 13:15, for all the land that thou seest will I give you, and thy seed forever. I love that. And my favorite verse, one of them in the Bible, is the book of James 4:2. We have not because we ask not. So just ask. Everything is either yes or no. A lot of times people grow up in life thinking don't ask for anything because what if somebody says no? If they say no, then ask somebody else. It's that simple. Never spend your life watering another man's garden or another woman's garden, if that makes sense to you. I always want to make sure I water the garden of the Veterans Crisis Hotline. They really are experienced helping veterans and their loved ones get help. We love saying we love our troops. We love saying we salute the troops. But when people go through trouble, Big C Sports has a hotline that we like to give out on every single show, 800-273-8255. That's 800-273-8255. Or you can text 838-255. That's 838-255. If you're online, simply go to veteranscrisisline.net. That's veteranscrisisline.net. And you can definitely get some help for our veterans and their loved ones. That deserves a standing ovation. Also, really appreciate helping out the veterans. And also very happy to be affiliated with Valley Homes Weekly TV on Dish TV, Direct TV, AT&T Uverse, TV in the first place, San Francisco Giants. Yes, I do want those World Series tickets. It's all spirit and love and war. Getting my media credential ready for the San Francisco Giants. I was actually there when they opened the new ballpark. At the time, it was called AT&T Ballpark. Now it's called Oracle Ballpark, or whoever has a big enough paycheck to sign that won't bounce. It's all fair in love and war. The San Francisco Giants, when you reach out to them, just tell them Charlton still wants those World Series tickets. In fact, I might need 2 media passes if that makes sense to you. 2? Like Chris Rock said, 2? I guess that's how you were raised. It's all fair in love and war. If you know what that means, you know what it means. If you don't, you don't. Chris Rock knows what it means. He knows what time it is. All fair in love and war. If you wonder why I'm so hyped up today, I'm hyped up every day because I had the Big C coffee. It's a tasty coffee, and come on, it comes with, what's all these exotic beans? It comes with a lot of exotic beans. It makes it feel like a thunderstorm is going off, in your, if that makes sense to you, in your backside. All fair and love and war. I also have the Big C Sports real estate dating app because, yes, houses get lonely too. You don't have to swipe left or swipe right on the real estate dating app for Big C. All you got to do is go to bigcsports.pacwm.com, and your house can also find love. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love, if that makes sense to you. Everyone you meet online, you're probably number 50 that day, if that makes sense to you. They swipe left and swipe right like blinking. I know some people that have been on dating websites, and they date like they're blinking their eyes. But someone blinks their eyes too much, you know they've probably been dating too much. You never know who you're meeting. All fair and level. I'd rather have people who are straight up with you, tell them what you want. It's either yes or no, all fair and level work. But our goal is really to help houses find people for refinancing or purchasing. Sometimes you just get tired of looking at that same garage door opener. You ever go home and that garage door opener is stuck? It just won't open like it used to. Find a new opener, if that makes sense to you. It opens all the time. Give that a stand and don't place it. Every time your garage door opens, give it some love. As my pastor friends say, give it some praise. Give that garage door opener some praise. If you ever lose your way home, it's all right. It's just follow the Big C Sports real estate dating app, bigcsports.pacwm.com, because houses get lonely too. And I'm not joking. Real estate's a great business. Our goal is simple: recruit 10,000 real estate agents and brokers all over this country to help put people back to work, just like McDonald's does it. Nike does it, car dealerships are doing it, sports teams are doing it. Watch real estate and TV work for you. 800-772-8624. Again, houses get lonely too. You're tired of looking at that same old paint job? Get a new paint job. Swipe left, and sometimes if you don't like that color, then swipe right. It's all fair in love and war. After you use the Big C real estate dating app, you never have to go see the doctor. If that makes sense to you, just call your agent, 800-772-8624. I want to also say thank you to Xfinity Comcast Spotlight for presenting Big C Sports to the universe. Just like God said in Genesis 1:3, play Big C Sports Podcast. Excuse me. Hold on, my producer messed up. Wait a minute, I am the producer. God said, let's try it again. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. God said in Genesis 1:3, let there be light. Open your cell phones and say, Lord, please let there be light. If that makes sense to you. And you'll see everything in life It's about shining light on your life. Also, I want to say today's show is sponsored by Budweiser Zero. It has 0% alcohol, but it's 100% on your game. It goes great with the Big C's Burger. Sports fans, watch the big games while you eat the Big C Burger. It's a tasty burger, and it comes with, what's all this exotic meat? It really goes great with Budweiser Zero. It's all fair and love and war. Rumor has it, like most things, it tastes better in your mouth than it does in your hands. Does anyone know anything that tastes better in your hands than it does in your mouth? I've yet to find it, and I've licked a lot of things if that makes sense to you. All fair and love and war. Don't laugh, you've licked things too, like ice cream, Big C burgers, French fries, all kind of stuff. Love it for it. And so that's what my parents always said, boy, go outside and play. Had too much energy. But it comes from the Big C coffee. It has a lot of exotic coffee beans, if that makes sense to you. Everything tastes better in your mouth than it does in your hands. You know what time it is. Oh, what's all the exotic meats on the Big C burger? I love this beautiful autumn. It is an autumn day, but it's like 100,000 degrees in California. So I forgot to tell the universe, man, we need some rain. Oh, I wish it would rain. Who sang that song? I wish it would let it rain, 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 rain. We need some rain in California. Also, I want to say, you sports fantasy people, Super Draft Pro Fantasy Sports by Caesars Entertainment. Yes, yes, go to the all-purpose website, superdraftpro.com/Big C Sports. It's superdraftpro.com/Big C Sports. It's the best sports fantasy app in the universe, featuring a Sports Illustrated, Yahoo Sports, Associated Press, RotoWire, Sportico. It's all important. Subscribe to unlock exclusive fantasy sports games, and also all the things that make you clear. Yeah, go ahead and share. You can get them shared. The fantasy sports and games betting experience with Super Draft Pro, the official. That means it's real. The official fantasy partner of Caesars Entertainment. Simply go to superdraftpro.com/Big C Sports and say, why does that guy yell so much? It's all fair and another word. I yell because I want you to hear what I'm saying. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? The great Chris Tucker and Rush Hour, all fair and level. We're going to come back, and after we take the Big C pause, come back and talk about some football, some things that are going on. USC is still trying to recruit a football coach. I already told him, get O.J. Simpson to go get Nick Saban. We got Nick Saban in the back of the van. We got a gun to his head. He signed the contract as we speak. I mean, cut through the chase. They don't need Deion Sanders. Reggie Bush, come on, guys. You want to win? I want winners. I want guys who want to win. You got to go get Nick Saban. I'll tell you how to do it later up in the show. Also, some baseball power rankings. All fair and level war. I want to say congratulations. I got a new wonderful business partner by the name of Christina. Thank you, Christina. You get a standing ovation, and you also get the Big C burger. It's a tasty burger, and it comes with, what's all this exotic meat? Christina, a real estate superstar on the horizon, taking off like a supernova. Yes, she deserves. Give her some praise. Go ahead, give that woman some praise. One of the best future real estate agents in Northern California, joining the Big C team. It's all fair and level work. We're going to take what's called the Big C pause, also known as the Big C timeout. In the words of the former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back. All right, we're back for the Big C pause, also known as the Big C timeout. You can follow Big C Sports on about 17 podcast applications and 4 TV applications. I want to just say again, congratulations to Christina. Will become one of the top real estate agents in the universe. Yeah, give that girl some praise with all fair level work. For everybody out there, I have this thing. I've been chanting and praying for rain, and you guys can sing along with it. Big C Sports, you got to volunteer. You know, you got to participate. When the pastor says, "Give me some praise," he wants you to give some praise, so it's easy to slip in and offer the tithe. That makes sense. Yeah, always praise me for the tithe. But I gotta sing it if anybody knows this song. Come on, sing it with me. Sunshine, blue skies, please go away. My girl's found another and has gone away with a winter future. And no one will ever know. But day after day, I stay locked up in my room. But I know to you, swiping left and swiping right, it might sound strange. But I wish it would rain. I wish it would rain, 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 rain. It's all fair. Let it rain. But when it rains, make sure that you're out there saying yes to the universe, because life is about being happy, and if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. It's all clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands, let it ring. All fair, love, and war. I really want to say to everybody that loves going on in the world of sports and entertainment, there's a new show that I love. I love it like I love breathing. It's on Fox. It's called Our Kind of People. It is absolutely amazing. They're able to do exceedingly above and beyond all that a lot of major networks do. I think it's really influenced by Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has a show called The Oval. Oh, give that some praise. Give that show some praise. I love The Oval. It comes on BET, and I think it comes on every Monday. And then there's one called Sisters that also comes on BET, and I think that comes on Wednesdays. But if you're like me and you love to watch other people kind of have their, I wish it would rain, if I think, let it rain, 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 rain. You want to watch other people's drama unfold on a national television? Fox has a new primetime show. It's called Our Kind of People, and it has Morris Chestnut, who's one of the best-looking men in the universe, according to some women. He's a good-looking guy. And there's also a woman in there that's absolutely stunning. And you can Google the show, because it's all about, when you look at Our Kind of People, everybody, when it comes to Hollywood, black Hollywood, oftentimes people are just ostracized and they're left out of opportunities. But that new show that's on Fox Sports is called Our Kind of People. And if you think about it, everybody in television, they want to have an opportunity to shine. But oftentimes you don't. Her name is Yaya DaCosta. She's absolutely phenomenal. The great Morris Chestnut, seen him in a lot of shows. And Rayhan Nicole. There's a lot of great black actors and actresses in it. Alana Bright is in there. Nadine Ellis. Lance Gross is in there. This guy by the name of Kyle Berry. Debbie Morgan. She's done a lot of great work over the year. And one of the guests is a brother from another mother, or a brother from another planet. From another planet. He had some long toenails about 30 years ago. His name is Joe Morton. That good old boy is also in there too. Kind of a bourgeois crowd. And then there's just a lot of other great people. L. Scott Caldwell's in there. I encourage people to watch it. It's called Our Kind of People. And you can give that show some praise. Yeah, give it some praise. Let it rain, 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 rain. It's about people who swipe left and swipe right on relationships. And oftentimes when you do that, you don't really know who you're dating until like 5 weeks later. What do you mean you have 25 kids? Well, you didn't ask me. Why didn't you tell me? Well, you didn't ask. It's all fair and level war. That's why it's just to pray and meet people that God brings into your life. Just my opinion. And speaking of my opinion, and I've been told I'm very opinionated. That's why I was told as a little boy, go outside and play. All fair and level war. But USC football, there's another head coach, a search on the horizon. And if you know, I've been advocating the only job in the universe that makes sense if you're USC is to go out and get Nick Saban, because he's the winningest coach in college football. He knows how to win. He's stolen almost all the blue chip players out of California anyway. So why not steal back? If somebody slaps you, slap him back. Or go take what he's been taking. Take him. Let him see how it feels. He left the cat out of the bag. He said, I'm not going to say the young man's quarterback. Well, I can, because everyone knows we'd have this name, image, and likeness. And Nick Saban said, people say, why are so many people leaving California for the South? It makes you go, Remember the great Arsenio Hall said that? Things that make you go, So when Nick Saban shows up on the West Coast, all the Pac-12 coaches are saying, is this the man who wrecked the buffet at the Hera Club this morning? The great Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop, remember that? Is this the man who disabled an unmarked police car with a banana? Well, you must be the pride of your department. That's who Nick Saban is. But he even said with his own mouth, he said, our quarterback from California, he's already a millionaire. He let the cat out of the bag. He said it. It's on tape. He said he's already a millionaire. And then he said, because of the name, image, and likeness. How does he know? It's the paperback university. But the USC Trojans, they have maybe the most historic stadium on the West Coast. I know we have SoFi Stadium. We have the beautiful stadium down in Los Angeles. Of course, Staples Center. You have up in California, Northern California, they have beautiful Levi Stadium. I'll be there Sunday night. But if you look at the Coliseum, I think it was built in 1912. It's hosted Olympics, Major League Baseball, Super Bowls. It's hosted so many Pac-12 championships, Olympic track and field championships. I mean, everything has been the Coliseum, even City High School football championships in Southern California. But USC's opening has been one of the most intriguing topics in all of college football for the past week. And also the head coaching search is nowhere close to being over. They have a few top-tier candidates. I'm going to bring up some names, and you guys can give them an ovation if you want to. In fact, Brady, his name is J. Brady McCullough of the Los Angeles Times. He already named 3 warm candidates for USC's head coaching job. This comes out of the LA Times, and they know because they had that foot in the fire. And first candidate is Penn State's head coach, James Franklin. Give that man some praise. I would give him some praise. I would give James Franklin some praise for Penn State. The great league coach would say, not so fast, my friend. Because James Franklin, as good as he is, he lost in the Rose Bowl when USC beat Penn State. I think it was 38-24. That was Clay Helton coach USC. And they beat Franklin's team, Penn State. Yeah, he's a good coach, but I mean, he's a good coach. That's all I say about that. And then he's been linked to the Trojans for several years, but the noise surrounding that potential pair is a lot louder now, more so than ever. Now, there's another person by the name of Dan Patrick said there's mutual interest between Franklin and USC. So we'll see if that's going to get that, no pun intended. We'll see. We will see, like the Big C Burger. Speaking of the Big C Burger, it's a tasty burger, and it comes with, what's all this exotic meat? Give the exotic meat some praise, please. Give the exotic meat some praise. And then make sure you throw me a love offering. Everyone needs an arc in their life. Don't be clandestine. Don't be clandestine. Throw me some love offering, if that makes sense to you. So Franklin's not the only marquee name being listed as a warm candidate. Now, Cincinnati has a head coach by the name of Lou Fickell. Well, if somebody's fickle, that tells me that it's probably not a good choice. I don't like fickle people. You don't know if they're swiping left or if they're swiping right. Oh, I wish it would rain. You never know. Let it rain, 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 rain. Anybody out there swiping left and swiping right, everybody is swiping on, they're swiping left and swiping right too. That's okay. It's like going to the auction and trying to buy something brand new. Sometimes the auction usually has lost its value. If that makes sense to you. Now, Luke Fickell, he is also a good candidate for USC due to his job and the most recent success of the Cincinnati Bearcats and his connection to the USC athletic director Mike Brom. Okay, the Bearcats hired him to keep him for a long time, but USC is a top-tier job. Now, in my opinion, maybe the one that makes the most sense is, but they call him the third candidate. He's a black, so of course they're going to put him third. The third and final candidate on the list is Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator, touchdown, Eric Bieniemy. The Chiefs have won the AFC Championship 3 years in a row, like Ollie won the championship 3 times in a row. Now, Eric Bieniemy, according to an ESPN insider, Adam Schefter, USC is the only college job that might be able to pull Bieniemy away. He played, I believe, at Banning High School down in Southern California when he was a prepster. And then he went to Colorado, and he helped win a national championship for Coach McCartney. They beat Notre Dame in the Orange Bowl. But any of those 3 candidates is going to be a good choice. USC, I mean, they have a choice to make. They got, I think, a $26 billion endowment. They can go out and pay somebody. But I'm going to tell you, cut through the chase and quit trying to make it, oh, I wish it would rain. Let it rain, 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 rain. If you want to find somebody that's really good for your program, you go after the most successful college football coach in the history of the universe. His name is Touchdown Nick Saban. You give that man some praise. Give that man some praise. Let it pray. Give him praise. Praise, praise, praise. Give that man some praise. If you're really out there and you're on a dating website, what are you looking for? You're looking for somebody that's going to lie to you. Because if they're that damn good, they would already be taken. If that makes sense to you. Everybody has baggage, but if they got their life so good, why are they already on a dating site looking for somebody else? They could just meet somebody with God's providence, if that makes sense to you. That's just an opinion called Mother's Wit. But at the same time, if you go out and get Nick Saban, I've already given you the recipe. I'm not giving you the recipe to the Big C Burger. It's a tasty burger, and it comes with, what's all this exotic meat? I'm not giving you that. Colonel Sanders doesn't give you his recipe for chicken. I'm not giving you the Big C Burger recipe either. But I'm so serious. We've heard Reggie Bush say, go out and get Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders didn't play football at USC. He's down there at Southern. If anything, I don't know why Deion Sanders didn't get the Florida State job. He played football and baseball. He played in the World Series and the Super Bowl. And he can't get a job at Florida State. If he were a white man, they would have hired him 5 years ago. And you guys know it's true. Laugh all you want. But take Nick Saban. If you're not getting O.J. Simpson, the most convincing in the history of USC to convince anybody that what you saw you did not see, if that makes sense to you. He's the best at assembling the best defense team in the history of the universe. If the glove don't fit, you must what? You understand what I'm saying? If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. OJ assembled that team. People can say what they want about it, but it's real life. They were trying to give that man capital punishment, and some people wanted him to have it. I still think it was a setup. When was the last time you had 90,000 police officers in Los Angeles chasing somebody who used to run touchdown, home run, three-point play? 90,000 police officers chasing for one man in a city of 3 million people, a basin of 20 million people, and they got 90,000 police officers chasing one guy. That was a setup. Just my opinion. Hate me all you want. When the last time you seen 90,000 police officers chasing one guy down the 405 freeway? There's Al Coward. I got OJ in the back of the van. He has a gun to his head. Come on. 90,000 police cars after one person? That don't make any sense. That was all a hookup, in my opinion, and you don't have to agree, but they can do things to make it look like it's real. It's a joke. It's happened to a lot of black men in history. I'm not. All I said, the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Only time in the history black men have gotten the benefit of the criminal justice system, and people have hated people for that. But that's a fact. I'm saying get O.J. Simpson to go down and talk to Nick Saban and offer Nick Saban a 5 year, $100 million. You can reign on that. Now tell me if I'm wrong, USC. Is there any coach in the history of the universe that you rather have bringing USC back to glory than touchdown Nick Saban? What's he have, 7 national championships in 10 years? We're looking for somebody with no national championships. Come on, that's the problem with the program. Let it rain, 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 rain. When you swiping left and swiping right, you don't have to go looking for somebody who, if they're that damn good, they'd already be in a relationship. There's a reason you'll find them out on the website, because nobody else wanted the butt. Go get Nick Saban. Go get him. Offer him 5 years, $100 million. You got guys in baseball signing $400 million contracts, never won a championship. Let it rain, 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 rain. Oh, I wish it would rain. That's what Nick Saban's saying. Make it rain on that man. He's got 5 more years to coach, probably. Maybe 7. But make it rain on them. Athletes know what it means when they make it rain at the strip clubs. Go make it rain. Make it rain 5 years, $100 million. If you don't do that, you really don't want to win. What did Tony Montana say? You messing with me, you messing with the best. Say hello to my little friend, the great Tony Montana and Scarface. If you want the best, like a good neighbor, Big C Sports is telling you the real deal. Everybody else is full of it. All they are, they're afraid of rejection. Just like you knuckleheads on those dating websites and everybody you swipe on, they're swiping on 50 people just like you. And they all going to see the doctor. Just like you will too if you keep swiping on them. Sucking on everything like a fish. Like a fish out of water. Sucking on everything. Go call the man. Give him 5 years. $100 million and give that man some praise. Give him some praise. Give him praise. Praise, praise, praise. That's my opinion. All you got to do, this OJ system is coming down the 405. You got 90,000 police cars chasing me. I got Nick Saban in the back of the van. He's signing the contract. He has a gun to his head right now. That's a joke, guys. You don't have to put a gun to his head, but put a contract in his hand and have it say 5 years, $100 million. Nick Saban will be coaching USC to kick off of 2022. You know it's true because you heard it on Big C Sports. You don't believe me? Try it. Again, before the Big C pause, you're giving baseball players $400 million, and they've never won a championship. Nick Saban has 7 and 10 years. Let it rain, 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 rain. We'll take what's called the Big C pause, also known as the Big C timeout, in the words of the former California governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the recall Governor Gavin Newsom. I'll be back. All right, we are back from the Big C pause, also known as the Big C timeout. You can follow Big C Sports on 17 podcast applications all over the universe. Give that man some praise. Give him praise, 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 praise. Oh, I wish he could get some praise. Let it praise. Give that man some praise. I'm not trying to mess up with the temptation. Let it praise, 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 praise. Oh, sure. In level war. You can also follow Big C Sports. Follow superdraftpro.com/Big C Sports. It's all fair and level war. I really appreciate it. The best sporting app in the universe. Also, speaking of the best sporting app, In the universe, the great Tiger Woods, I guess he decided that he's not going to be part of the Ryder Cup. So I want to just close off with one more story. With all you people out there, swiping left and swiping right, you want to go get Nick Saban, you're just afraid of rejection. Think about it. If the people on your dating app were so wonderful, like going to the dog pound, and you want to get a dog, all the good dogs are already taken. Rough. You don't find good dogs in the dog pound. You only find the leftovers. That's what you find on dating apps, all the leftovers. If they're so wonderful, why are they on the dating app? Google it and ask them for the medical checkup before you start swiping left and swiping right with them. And lip locking. If you didn't lip lock, you wouldn't be on that medication, if that makes sense to you. Find out before you get sick, not after you get sick, that somebody's sick. And that's when you find them on the internet. They're already sick. That's why they're on it. Swiping left and swiping right. But the great Tiger Woods, he makes a decision on the Ryder Cup that's going to take place in Paris, France on September 28th. The great Tiger Woods, the United States. It's all fair and love and war. I guess he is deciding not to do it. If you think about it, Tiger Woods won't be playing this year's Ryder Cup as he continues to recover from injuries suffered in a single-car accident earlier this year. The most famous golfer in the history of the universe and the most paparazzi-filled city in the universe had a car accident and nobody saw it. Nobody but me. What's that song Keith said? Nobody but me. And who can love you all night long? The Keith said, nobody, baby. Sing it with me, girls. And who can do it like me? Nobody. Who can love you like me? Nobody. Then why you on that dating app? Swiping left and right. Nobody. I told you it's the Big C coffee. It makes me feel so good inside. Give that man some praise. Give me some praise. All these good old attractions on the dating app. And they're on a dating app because they're such a good catch. Somebody already threw their butt out. If that makes sense, yeah. All fair and level war before you go see the doctor. But the great Tiger Woods decided not to take place in the Ryder Cup. And how did he, of all people, get out of La La Land in a golf tournament that was named after him? And nobody from TMZ was following him. The wealthiest golfer in the history of the universe. He didn't get seen in an accident, but Tonya Harding got hit. Was it Tonya Harding got hit on the leg? Or somebody got hit? Nancy Kerrigan, Tonya Harding, ow, my leg, and the whole universe saw it. But the greatest golfer in the history of the universe, nobody saw him roll a car down a hill, but he's going to be miraculously. That was just, I think, sometime in first part of the year, February, March, April, somewhere in there. And now they're saying maybe the guy that couldn't even walk is going to be in the Ryder Cup? Come on, guys. I hope he's okay, though. But this year's event taking place in the United States, many wanted Tiger Woods, who couldn't even walk this year, was going to be in the Ryder Cup. And no one saw the accident. Again, you're in Los Angeles. Is it live or is it make-believe? It's all fair and love and war. But it is sad that he doesn't feel like it's going to happen this year, according to the U.S. team captain Steve Stricker, that the great Tiger Woods decided not to attend this year's Ryder Cup. Physically, it just doesn't make sense for him to be out there right now. Yeah, because he couldn't walk a couple months ago. If that makes sense to you. The most paparazzi-filled city in the history of the universe. And nobody saw Tiger Woods at his own golf tournament. Give that man some praise. Give him some praise. And now these good old boys that say he couldn't walk, he just want to try to walk again. And now in September, less than 6 months after the accident, hey, Tucker, you going to play in the Ryder Cup? Give that man some praise. I do the investigative reporting on Big C Sports. You don't need mainstream. Come on. Anybody been in that kind of accident where they're saying they may even have paralysis of analysis? Give that man some praise. And now they're saying you're going to be in the Ryder Cup? Come on, guys. All fair and love and war. But everybody's going to see it from T to green. So probably he won't show up. He's getting better, and I hope he gets better. But at the same time, you know, LA is about make-believe. It's about make-believe, and everybody has their own opinion about is it live, is it Memorex. But if the man could barely walk earlier this year, how are they talking about being in the Ryder Cup? That's just my opinion. I know he's the best golfer. He has 15 majors, 18 he'll tie Jack. I don't think mainstream wants him to tie Jack, Nicholas. If you heard Big C Sports podcast back in 2018, I think Tiger won the Masters in 2000. The last time he won the green jacket, his fifth green jacket. I was saying that he's going to tie Jack's record or break it unless there's some manufactured anomaly. Google it. Go back to when he last won his Masters the day before the show. Give that man some praise. I told you, there's going to be a manufactured anomaly so they can stop him from breaking the Old Man Jack's record. Old Man Jack! His record still stands! Give that man some praise! They do a lot to keep that man from knocking off what they call the GOAT of golf with his 18 majors. That's the great Jack. All fair and love and war. Back to Tiger Woods. This year's Ryder Cup will take place at Whistling Straits and will begin on a Friday. So I wish everybody nothing but the best. But if you believe that the most famous golfer that's ever walked on the planet Earth at his own Genesis Invitational Tournament in Southern California, where he grew up, no paparazzi, not one saw him wreck his car. All we saw was police officers that said, I saw who it was. I realized it was Tiger. And so I asked him, Tiger, how you doing? How you feeling? Tiger, you okay? That's not what officers do. They ask you, they may ask, are you okay? But they're not giving that news out to the public. That's a private information. I'm telling you, 90,000 police officers following OJ? Run, OJ, run! Touchdown, home run, three-point play! And not one of them saw Tiger Woods have a crash. I hope he's okay, but it is LA, all fair and love and war. I tell you, watch Fox TV. Our kind of people, just like BC Sports, is your kind of podcast. Give that man some praise. It's all fair and love and war. If you want something, ask. You might just get what you ask for. You got to ask, though. Young people ask. Going back to school, ask. Everything's possible when you ask. This stat came from my son, the great Malcolm Curry. Malcolm Curry, give that man some praise. Give that man some praise. College student, honors kid, always doing his best. He let me know for some NBA news. The great Ben Simmons told the Philadelphia 76ers he will not play another game for them, and he won't be going to training camp because he has so much money he doesn't need anymore. He has so much, but he has what's called FU money. And someone say, hey, Ben. Doc Rivers said, hey, Ben Simmons, we're getting ready. He said, let me do it in the best Doc Rivers voice. I'm not trying my best Doc Rivers voice. Hey, Ben, we're getting ready to go to training camp for the Philadelphia 76ers. I want to know, are you coming? Are you coming to practice, Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons, F you, man, F you. If that makes sense to you. That's how much money Ben Simmons has. F you, Doc. If that makes sense to you. But the great Malcolm Curry gave me that stat. Really appreciate that, Mac. If anybody says, are you coming to practice? F you, man. That means they're probably not coming. That makes sense to you. All spread level war. The great football news, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to call him an all-pro receiver, Antonio Brown, really one of the top receivers in football. Everybody, get tested for COVID. Get your COVID vaccine, unless you believe in conspiracies. Now, a lot of football players don't want to get vaccinated, and some do. It's amazing when a child is born, and again, I can't tell people what to do. When people are grown, we all get vaccinations. We all do. Anyone in the military, you don't have a choice. Everyone needs an arc in their life. I'm talking to some military people that know when you go to the military, they just take a gun and shoot it into your arm. Not a gun, not a handgun, but a gun. It's called, I guess, a vaccine gun. It just right to your arm. And you're vaccinated before you leave into other countries. And now, so the military did it, and we have the strongest military in the world, actually, in the United States. And so Antonio Brown tests positive for COVID-19, sources say. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have placed wide receiver Antonio Brown on reserve COVID-19 list right before they play the LA Rams. See, I'm cynical. Oh, my goodness. Before they play the LA Rams, who just got that new SoFi Stadium built, got to make sure they get home field advantage in the playoffs. A couple days before kickoff, Antonio Brown tests positive COVID-19. He won't be playing. Tell me that's not something. If it's not so funny, it'd be funny. Next thing you know, Tom Brady will come down with COVID-19. They're trying to get the Rams to pay off that debt that Kroenke has, that $8 billion that he's worth, supposedly. Spent $2 billion on the stadium. Almost every team that gets a new stadium gets a Super Bowl, and the home team gets close to going to that game, whether it's a home team or not. You can Google it. All fair and love and war. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Antonio Brown, he's going to be out of the game for the LA Rams. And that's a touchdown game in that game. It's probably the point spread going to be about 3 points. With Antonio Brown out, you better believe the Rams will be the favorite team. They will be. And they'll probably win it. Because there's no Antonio Brown. It's all fair and love and war. I think if you think about Coach Aaron said, pointing to the depth of wide receivers, Scotty Miller, Tyler Johnson. Kevin's going to be missed as far as special teams. But Coach Arians didn't want his butt anyway. It was touchdown for him, Tom Brady. And Arians said, we don't want Antonio Brown. He's too much of a troublemaker. Tom Brady, what do you think? Tom Brady said, F you, man, F you. Let's go and get him. And now they got him on the team because Brady told Coach Arians, F you, man. Just like Ben Simmons told Doc Rivers, F you. What's that? I guess fingers up, I guess. Fingers up. F you says fingers up. Well, I know. Don't get mad at me. Oh, fair love it, war. But we'll see what happens. Right before the kickoff of the Rams. Oh, my goodness. Touchdown, home run, 3-point play. Not from Antonio Brown. Got a positive test of COVID-19. If they tested everybody, almost everybody's probably come in contact with COVID. It doesn't take everybody out. It's just a thought. Touchdown, Justin Fields for the Chicago Bears. It's about time. We want justice. We want justice. The fans have been cheering. So Chicago Bears rookie quarterback Justin Fields is set to start, and Andy Dalton's not expected to play due to a knee injury. And rumor has it he was going to get a knee injury anyway from some of the Bears fans if they didn't start Justin Fields. Give that man some praise. He knew he better fake a knee injury in the game so he gets paid for it. Some dude in the parking lot was about to do something to him anyway. You know how people are in Chicago. You know it's true. All fair, love, and war. If he's so hurt, he just pulled up. Wasn't hit, just pulled up. But touchdown Justin Fields going to make his first career start Sunday as Andy Dalton is expected to be out with a left knee injury. Coach Matt Nagy told reporters, and they said, Nagy, the ownership said to Coach Nagy, if you don't start Justin Fields, so all he scores is touchdowns, if you don't start on week 3, F you, man, F you, if that makes sense to you. What stands for fun up? Fun up in the city? Fun up. They said, Coach Nagy, if you don't start Justin Fields, our number 1 draft pick, F you, man, F you. Okay, give me fingers up, guys. That's take this long words, fingers up. All fair level. I told you it's the coffee, guys. Today is a great day. I feel good. What the great James Brown say? I feel good. Give that man some praise. I knew that I would now. So nice. So nice. I got you. Hey! The man made a living by screaming. Just like I just did. So nice. So nice. I got you. Hey! The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the great James Brown, for screaming at people. It works. Try it. Don't laugh. Try it. Don't knock it. Try it. All spread, level war. But I think touchdown Justin Fields, he's a star in the making. He reminds me so much of, people might laugh, he reminds me a lot of Randall Cunningham when he played for the Vikings, also the Eagles, who came out of UNLV. Justin Fields came out of Ohio State. But he's a big, strong kid. He runs a 4.40. That's fast. You run a 4.40. Give that man some praise. Give that man some praise running a 4.40 all fair and level war. I think it's going to be good for the Chicago Bears to realize they got a guy that's ready to win now, and you don't have to keep waiting for someone to get injured. I was saying he'd probably be best start him around week 3 or 4, and some good old boys in Chicago made sure that it was week 3. That makes sense to you? Because the number 1 golfer in the history of the universe had his own golf tournament, the Genesis Open, driving a Hyundai Genesis that crashed on the side of the road in Paparazzi City, and nobody saw it. Give that TMZ some praise. Praise to the paparazzi. If their job is not to follow the wealthiest, most well-known golfer in the history of the universe, and no one saw his car crash, usually they're chasing people. Why weren't they chasing tigers when he had a car crash that nobody saw? And now good old boys is saying, is he going to play in the Ryder Cup? Come on, guys. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, and you will see what the world is doing to me. Okay, cut off the singing and start giving me those scores, man. F you, man. F you, Big C. Don't think I don't get the hate mail. Hey, Big C, F you, man. Anyone been told F you? Fingers up. Give that man some praise. F you, man. F you. It happens. Happens to the best of us. All fair and level war. I think everybody should pay attention Sunday. The Green Bay Packers at Levi Stadium, the San Francisco 49ers. I will be there with Big C Sports. Yeah, give that man some praise. Give him some praise. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. Give that man some praise. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. I'm free at last. I told you, it's the coffee, man. It comes with, what's all this exotic beans? All fair and level with Big C Coffee coming on to the market sometime near Christmas. Big C Coffee, it's called the Big C Coffee. It comes with exotic beans. It'll be coming to a market near you soon if everything goes right with my sponsors. It's all fair and level war. I love the 49ers in that game over the Green Bay Packers. They beat them almost every time they come out to Levi Stadium. And the last couple of times, they beat them when they came over to Candlestick Park. So I'm looking forward to touchdown. Aaron Rodgers coming back to Northern California is going to do his thing. At the same touchdown Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo is better than touchdown Aaron Rodgers' record in the last 4 years. Jimmy G got hurt 1 year, so he missed the whole year. He got his knee hurt in Kansas City. But he's 24-8 as a starter. And he's been to the Super Bowl more recently than touchdown Aaron Rodgers. But people are swiping left and swiping right when Aaron Rodgers comes to town. But my opinion, that 49er defense, I know they got some running back issues, but the 49er defense, they already have the read on touchdown Aaron Rodgers. But the way the league has it, I mean, I believe in shenanigans because I know a lot of what goes on in Vegas. If Green Bay wins this game, it's like they don't want Aaron Rodgers missing the playoffs. When teams start 0-2, even though they're 1-1, but 1-2 is almost similar. When you're 1-2, you have a harder time making the playoffs. The NFL wants Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. So if they win that game, they're going to have the 49ers favorite, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have it orchestrated for the Packers to win because they don't want touchdown Aaron Rodgers knocked out of the playoffs. He's a prodigal son of the NFL. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to tell you the truth. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Give that man some praise. If all those men and women on those dating websites were worth a damn, why are they free? I want to be free. Let me free. Let me free. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. I'm free at last. If they like being free, why not on the damn website? Like a dog in a kennel. A dog in a dog pound. Somebody please take me home. Take me home. Please take me home. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. The great Dorothy, Wizard of Oz. Stay up on those websites. Ask them for the medical report first. A lot of you won't have to get that medication after you sucking on worms and everything else. All fair and level war. I want to go to Major League Baseball. We're talking baseball. The city by the bay. All fair and level war. Tonight, beautiful schedule. It's autumn. It is the first day of autumn, September 22nd, 2021. All fair and level war. Got a nice schedule tonight. We have the Miami Marlins. Welcome to Miami, Bienvenido. All Miami. We have runners on first and third. The count's full. The pitch is swung on and hit deep. Left field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. All fair and level war. The girls love the long ball. Men love to hit deep. Pitching is Elsa Hernandez. At the bat, Josh Bell. And then the Juan Soto, as well as Alcides Escobar. Those are the only names I can give you based on the prop betting guys that I don't want them to have me run off the side of the road where nobody can see me. I'm not the most famous golfer in the universe, but they can run people off the road. No paparazzi when the most famous golfer in the universe was in Southern California, paparazzi capital of the universe, and not one person followed him, not one. And now they're saying, are you going to play in the Ryder Cup? Life funny. Going to fly out of Miami. Bienvenido out of Miami. Going to fly into New York City. New York City. I had that one story I got to tell you. They fly into LaGuardia. Last time I flew into JFK, let it rain, 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 rain. Somebody stole my luggage or they lost my luggage. Next thing you know, they found my luggage. I said, oh my God, thank you God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. What's that song, Happy? Oh, who sings Happy? I'm so happy, don't you know that you're so good because happiness is for you. F you, man. Give me some scores. F you, man. All fair, love and war. Somebody got my luggage. They said, Mr. Curry, we have your luggage. I said, oh my God, I knew I was going to get some Big C burgers. They said, there's no proof of any burger on the inside. All we found was 12 greasy stains. I said, well, that's proof that Big C burgers were inside. What's all the exotic meats? You ever find those? They said, we can't confirm or deny any exotic meats, but they did find some grease stains. All fair level war. Texas at New York. Pitching on the mound, Taylor Hearn. Pay attention at bat, Brett Gardner. And Nathan Lowe. All those names make a sense. Now we have runners on first and third. And the count's full. The pitch is a curveball swung on. Hit deep. Left field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. The girls love the long ball. and men love to hit deep. All fair and level. We're gonna fly into Philadelphia. Come on, I love this song. The great Elton John. It's feeling like it's Philadelphia freedom. Give that man some praise. Shine a light, shine a light. Come on, y'all, sing it. Shine a light, won't you shine a light? Sing it with me. Philadelphia freedom, shine on me, 'cause I love you. Shine a light to the eyes of the world left behind. The great Elton John, one of my favorite songs ever. And that's what I was told as a little boy. Boy, go outside and play. They sing it so loud. All fair level war. At the same time, pitching the great Zach Wheeler. Keep him in mind, at bat, Austin Hayes. Also, J.T. Romulo. You can pay that name some attention. Going to fly into Boston, Massachusetts, Logan Airport. We have runners on first and third. The count is for the pitch. Curveball swung on, hit deep. Right field, back to the wall, home run! Say hello to my little friend. In Boston, the girls love the long ball, and men love to hit deep. It's all fair and level war. Taijuan Walker, keep in mind for him pitching. Also, Rafael Devers at bat, as well as Enrique Hernandez and Hunter Renfroe, as well as Jose Iglesias. Those are names you can pay attention to. Going to fly out of Boston into Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And they love the cheesesteaks in Milwaukee, but they really should have the Big C burger. It's a tasty burger, and it comes with what's all these exotic meats. If you want to know the exotic meats, watch the movie Pulp Fiction, the great Sam Jackson. It was Quentin Tarantino produced. John Travolta, Uma Thurman, and Bruce Willis, the great Sam Jackson, before they shot that guy and took his hamburger, he said, man, this is a tasty burger. What's all this exotic meats? Well, they cut out that part, but I got footage that was cut out. What's all this exotic meats? He did say it's a tasty burger, but I love the great Pulp Fiction, the great Sam Jackson. And Ben Rames is in there also. As he told him, your butt goes down in the fourth round. The Bruce Willis didn't go out of town, so he had to get out of Dodge, if that makes sense to you, because they were looking for him. You don't want Ben Rames looking for you. Milwaukee at home. St. Louis come to town. We have runners on first and third that counts for the pitch. Curveball, swung on, hit deep. Left field, back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. The girls love the long ball in Milwaukee, and men love to hit deep. It's all fair and level. Well, what a beautiful ballpark. On the mound, if you pay one more attention on the mound, Brett Anderson. At bat is Nolan Arenado, as well as Tyler O'Neill, and then Paul Goldschmidt. I can give you those names, and that's it. I'm going to fly into one of my favorite cities, Chicago. Take me out to the ball game. Give me some praise. Take me out to the crowd. Give Harry Carey some praise. The great Harry Carey, the old great memories of Harry Carey. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. I want some peanuts and Big C burgers. I don't care. What's all this exotic beef? Could you imagine if Harry Carey, they would have given Harry Carey the Big C burger? It's a tasty burger. He would have said, it's a tasty burger, but what's all this exotic meat? Don't ask, don't tell. All fair and level world. What's all this exotic meat on the Big C burger? On pitching is Joe Ryan. At the bat is Robin Cisneros, also Matt Duffy, and then Ian Happ. You can pay attention to those names. I'm going to fly into Colorado. The start time is about 4:20 with all those edibles. Edibles. The Dodgers, man, they're 97-54. They're 45-31 away. The Rockies, they're 70 wins and 80 losses, 45-28 at home. Their record at home is better than what the Dodgers' record is on the road. But I like the Dodgers getting this. We have runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. Curveball, swung on, hit deep. Left field, back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. The girls love the long ball, and men love to hit deep. Now, on the mound for the home team is German Marquez. He's at a 4.11 ERA. He's a Jedi Knight. He's a gunslinger, but not so fast, my friend, the great Lee Corso. Walker Buehler, he's 14-4 in the season, has a 2.39 ERA. He's a Jedi Knight. He's a gunslinger, and I really look for the Dodgers to get that win. So the Giants got to keep swinging for the fences, if that makes sense to you. You're going to fly out of Denver into Los Angeles at beautiful Los Angeles X, the city of angels. Anaheim. There's not a lot of angels in Anaheim, believe me. They have a big mouse called Mickey Mouse, but they don't have a lot of angels, if that makes sense to you. The Los Angeles Angels, especially down there Catella Boulevard, also a fair and level war. The Astros are in town. They're like, man, what are all these damn flashlights, these cameras? There's so many cameras going off in the Houston Astros. What's going on? Everybody needs an arc in their life. Runners on first and third. The counts for the pitch. Curveball, swung on, hit deep. Left field, back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. All fair and 11 WAR. Girls love the long ball. Men love to hit deep. Houston, the great Dusty Baker, they're 90 and 61 overall. 43 and 33 on the road. The Angels are 72 and 79. They're 37 and 39 at home. The away pitcher is Luis Garcia. That good old boy has a 3.37 ERA. He's a dead at night. He's a gunslinger. He can do his thing. And the home is Jansen Junk. Has a 2.25 ERA. But not as good a pitcher, in my opinion. Going to fly into Arizona. I'm tired of all these blankety-blank snakes on this blankety-blank plane. Great Sam Jackson down in Arizona, the Diamondbacks. The Braves are good. They're 79 and 70 overall, 42 and 34 away. The Diamondbacks are just 48 and 103 losses. And at home, they're 28 and 45. You make the call. We have runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. It's a curveball swung on. Hit deep. Left field. Back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friend. At the same time, the girls love the long ball. Men love to hit deep in Arizona because it's so damn hot. You got to stay inside to hit deep. Don't want to hit deep outside. That's why they always got a roof on it. If you like it, then you should have put a roof on it. The great Beyonce. If you like it, then you should have put a roof on it. I must not read the words wrong. Oh, wish it would rain. All fair level war. Ian Anderson on the mound has a 3.75 ERA. He's a Jedi Knight. He's a gunslinger. Also, the home pitcher is Morel Kelly. He's a 4.41 ERA. So he's also a Jedi Knight and a gunslinger. Gonna fight in Oakland. Please, hammer. Don't hurt him. All fair and level war for the Oakland A's. They're 82 and 69. Their home record is 40 and 36. The Seattle Mariners, they're 82 and 69. Their home record is 40 and 36. What a bargain. What a clue. Somebody's going to go over the win total versus the other opponent in the AL West. We have runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. Curveball, swung on, hit deep. Center field, back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friends. All fair in 11 WAR. On the mound is Chris Flexen. Has a 3.36 ERA coming in for Seattle. And the home guy is Cole Irvin. He has a 3.94 ERA. So he's also a Jedi Knight. He's a gunslinger. Really look forward to watching that game take place. I want to bring you to another game in Major League Baseball. Going to fly into Cleveland. This is for you, the great LeBron James. They're taking on the Kansas City Royals, but that game is postponed. So they won't be taking on the Kansas City Royals because that game's postponed. I'm going to fly you into Detroit, Motown. They're taking on the Chicago White Sox, and that game's postponed also. Must be something about the weather. Oh, I wish it would rain. It's not raining in California, but other places are getting what they want. I'm going to take you to another city called Cincinnati, Ohio. They're taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. That game's postponed also. Oh, I wish it would rain in California. All spread 11 more. I'm going to take you to another city, Tampa Bay, Florida. They're hosting the Toronto Blue Jays. It's a great city in Tampa. They have runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. Curveball, swung on, hit deep, left field, back to the wall, home run. Say hello to my little friend. The girls love the long ball in Tampa, and men love to hit deep. It's all fair and level war. On the mound, Ross Stripling. Keep that in mind. For Toronto, for the Rays, JT Chigarios. All fair and level war. I'm going to take you to our final game of today's podcast, Big City Sports Podcast, in beautiful San Diego, California. What a game last night by the Giants. It was a standing ovation. Give those boys some praise. Let them praise. The Giants, 98 and 53, the best record in baseball. They're 49 and 27 away. Padres at beautiful Petco Park, they are 76 and 74. Overall, they're 44 and 32 at home. We have runners on first and third. That counts for the pitch. Swung on, hit deep. Left field, back to the wall. Home run. Say hello to my little friend. You cannot throw a curveball against that batter. He will hit you deep. On the mound is Scott Kazmir. Also, pay attention to him. And then Vince Velasquez. Those good boys are going to do their thing on the mound for both of those great teams. I like the Giants because I really do want those World Series tickets, and I don't joke when I mean that. I say that because I really want that. I love bringing you Big City Sports Podcast. I think Big City Sports Podcast is the #1 sports show in the universe, and a lot of people can cheer for that, and you can give me praise for that. As we hit deep, right field, back to the wall, home run. I love bringing to your Super Draft Pro, the Pro Fan Sporty by Caesars Entertainment all-purpose sports website. Go to superdraftpro.com/Big City Sports. All fair and 11 more. Featured in Sports Illustrated, Yahoo, Sports Associated Press, RotoWire, Sportico, Subscribe to unlock the exclusive fantasy, sports, and game betting experiences in the universe with SuperDraftPro.com, the official fantasy partner of Caesars Entertainment. Go to SuperDraftPro.com/Big C Sports. All spared and level war. Really appreciate that. I love everything about doing Big C Sports, and I wish everyone a super fantastic day. Back in the day, there's a man by the name of Drew Boudini Brown. He was known as Muhammad Ali's right-hand man, and he would always tell Ali, "You float like a butterfly, you sting like a bee. What's all the gotta be in your bedroom? You know you gotta fight 3 hours." It's all fair and level war. He said, Ali said, "With all I got to use, how can I use? With all these exotic meats, I can float like a butterfly, I can sting like a bee. I'm so pretty, I can't possibly be beat." That okay for me, the Big C burgers, and you can eat them too. As my beautiful mother says, there's never ever an excuse for racism or domestic violence. If you know any man, woman, or child going through that garbage, pick up the phone and ask for help, because no man, woman, or child should ever have to go through that garbage on their own. And as we always tell you on every Big C Sports show, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we hope that you have a super fantastic day. Everybody needs an arc in their life. Man, I think I sing pretty good. You think I can get a producer to really get me cast in Hollywood? All I need is a record deal. Just like Michael Jackson, Tupac, all those guys, very white, very man alone, they would all go into this white song. I could do the same thing. Come on, do you think I can sing? Man, you can't sing. I'm not doing. Think I sing good enough if they have synthesizers like some of our entertainers do at the Super Bowl. They're lip sync. I can lip sync. Not a problem. Just get the podcast, man. Podcast.